All right, Jarom, it's a Wednesday in July, and that means 10 and 10.
10 lists in 10 weeks. It's Jarom 10 and 10.
And today we look at the top 10 running backs BYU will face in 2017. Number 10, Marquise Young, UMass. Second most carries of any returning opponent, 898 yards, almost 75 a game, 4 touchdowns. Not a star, but he's fine for struggling UMass. Number 9, Armand Shine, Utah. Who? Didn't really play against BYU. Zach Moss might be the starter this year, but Armand Shine made the list. Shined after averaging almost 75 a game during Joe Williams' mid-year sabbatical of 4 games. Shine had 3 games of 90-plus in that stretch before injuring his leg versus Arizona. Number 8.
Shine bright. Nope.
Number 8, Tony Lindsay Jr., Utah State. Filled in for the injured Devontae Mays, who was drafted by the Packers after Jamal Williams in the 7th round.
Okay.
763 yards, 5.2 yards a pop, 6 TDs. Also caught 17 passes.
I think he's sneaky. He's a sneaky back, for sure.
Very sneaky. Number 7, Lexington Thomas, UNLV. Second most touchdowns among all opponents from on this year's schedule from last season. 8 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving TDs, 5.2 yards a carry, 64 yards a game in Vegas. That'll be a Friday night in November. Number 6, Alexander Madison. All these are like formal English names. Boise State. This is the Jeremy McNichols replacement, okay? 328 yards, 4 touchdowns last year as a freshman. Boise State has proven it can produce good running backs. Doug Martin, Jay Ajayi, Jeremy McNichols, all in the NFL, all in the last decade.
Yeah, no pressure, Alexander Madison. And by the way, he is in the same situation that all of the BYU running backs are in. Okay, who's going to replace Jamal Williams?
Exactly.
Who's going to replace Jeremy McNichols for the Broncos?
And this is the case every year at Wisconsin as well. Number 5, Chris James, 5'10", 208 from Chicago. Transferred from Pitt, 2 years there, 4.5 yards a carry there. Sat out last season. He's a third-down bruiser. He's going to score a bunch of touchdowns for Joe Rudolph's offense at Wisconsin, but he's not the main guy that is coming
he's not even the best running back on Wisconsin's team.
They always have multiple. Corey Clement's gone. Number 4, Eris Williams, Mississippi State. You probably don't remember this guy. We talk about Nick Fitzgerald, but 5.3 yards per carry in the SEC West.
Whoa.
Yes, sir. 720 yards behind quarterback Nick Fitzgerald's 1375 and 16 touchdowns. 140 versus 4th ranked at the time, Texas A&M. Speed and power. Career bests, 21 carries, 82 yards against BYU.
Hey, he did that in Provo. That's pretty good.
Number 3, Diosemy St. Just. Hawaii.
Whoa. Hawaii above Mississippi State?
Second most yards among all returning running backs on the schedule, 1,006.
Okay.
4 100-yard games. Speaking of 2, only 2 dudes averaged 70-plus yards per game last year on BYU's schedule this year. He's one of them.
Ooh.
And that was despite missing 2 games, bro. 5'8", 200. Look out. Number 2.
Also, his name is Diosemy.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Bradrick Shaw, Wisconsin, is number 2.
There's the guy.
4-star running back out of high school, now a sophomore. He's replacing Corey Clement in Madison. 5.2 yards per carry in the Cotton Bowl and for the season. Almost 500 yards, 5 TDs, playing third fiddle. This season, he's expected to be a 1,000-yard rusher in the always loaded Wisconsin backfield. 2
of the top 5 play on the same team. Bradrick Shaw and Chris James. Welcome to Wisconsin football.
And the number 1 running back BYU will face in 2017, Darius Geis, LSU. And it is not even close. He isn't just the best running back on this list. He's the best player BYU will face, including BYU's team this year. Heisman candidate, All-American, All-SEC, LSU single-game record holder, 285 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns against Texas A&M last season, 7 runs of at least 40-plus last year. Did you know BYU's offense only had 6 plays of 40-plus? He had 7 rushes. He led the SEC in rushing, 7.6 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns.
He led the SEC in rushing.
On the same team as Leonard Fournette. This guy is amazing. And those are the top 10 running backs BYU will face in 2017.
Very nice.